Commissioner Zuber, would you call the roll, please?
Certainly. Commissioner Okan?
Here.
Commissioner Bennett?
Here.
Commissioner Eggenberger? Here. Commissioner Perkins?
Here.
Commissioner Acharya?
Here.
Commissioner Engel? So I try so hard not to say Engler. I just have a mental block. Commissioner what? Blast from the past, exactly. Well, he's in the news now again. So anyway, Commissioner Zuber here and Chairman Green.
Here.
And we have no Commissioner Graham Hudak tonight.
Right, and we have our community planner, Jeff Goulet. And welcome to you all, and welcome to those who ultimately will be looking at home. We have minutes from our July 9th meeting. Do I hear a motion to accept those minutes?
So moved.
Support.
Who supported that? Oh, okay. All right, we've got a motion to accept July 9th minutes by Commissioner Zuber and support by Commissioner Perkins. Any further discussions? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? I'm sorry? Oh, it sounded different. Okay. Any opposed? Hearing none, seeing none. Okay. We have an agenda tonight of one item. Any late additions?
We just have a revision to the agenda to include the site plan review for Hampton Manor along with the plan development tonight. So that agenda item's been revised to include the site plan.
Site plan. Okay. Anything from the commission? Okay. Do I hear a motion to accept the amended agenda tonight?
So moved.
Support.
Okay. Motion made by Commissioner Zuber and supported by Commissioner Perkins. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, well, our first agenda item, we're going to do both at the same time? Okay, all right. We do have a public hearing as well as a site plan for Hampton Manor of Canton, which is a final PDD. This property is located south of Ford Road and west of Ridge Road. Jeff, could you give us more detail?
Yes, the Hampton Manor of Canton LLC is proposing a 64-unit assisted living facility. It's about 59,000 square foot building on the south side of Ford, west of Ridge. It's just east of Crimboli Nursery, and extends easterly towards Ridge Road along the drain line. The house on Ridge Road, that's part of the existing parcel, you'll see on the map there, will be split off of it. The property owner selling the remainder of the property to the west off along with the two parcels on Ford Road to accommodate the project. The definite benefits include provision of a sidewalk along the north side of Ford Road, which will provide walkable access along Ford to Patriot Park, connecting Parkside Estates to Ridge Road, provision of transport van for the residents, enhancement of the wetland buffers by supplementing the planting and removal of debris and non-native plants, providing provision of over 68% open space on the property, which greatly exceeds the 25% minimum for a planned development, and additional parking over the minimum required for visitors. So the preliminary plan development was approved by the Township Board on June 26th. The market analysis at that time showed a need and demand for senior housing, especially assisted living and memory care services. Traffic evaluation showed that the new driveway to Ford Road the operational levels on that section of Ford Road will not be impacted. The driveway is far enough west from the intersection that it won't be, in the hours of operation of the assisted living won't conflict with the hours of the school, which causes some traffic issues at that intersection in the morning and early afternoon. MDOT will evaluate the southbound left queue delays on Ridge Road. They're already evaluating that intersection to see whether or not they need to add a left turn signal or queuing lane on Ford Road to turn onto Ridge Road. That's a problem right now with the amount of traffic during rush hour. So that'll be an MDOT enhancement at some point in time when they determine what exactly needs to happen there. So that's in the final throes through MDOT's planning process. The site plan is also in front of you, so the site plan that's part of the exhibit for the plan development is also what you'll be reviewing for the site plan review. Let me bring that up real quick. It's kind of the color conceptual shown here. The building is in yellow. The green areas are the open space areas, the blue areas, the pond area. See, there's some internal courtyards for the residents' rooms to front onto and to have outdoor access, for their recreation purposes. They have kind of a drop-off, kind of porte cochere in the front for convenience of visitors and drop-offs, and then parking to the sides of the building. The building is primarily masonry. They have 50% masonry on the building, and the rest of it is glazing or siding material. It's a combination of brick and stone, kind of an arts and crafts kind of feel to it. So these are the elevations. We've determined that they meet the minimum requirements for masonry on those. The inside courtyards that aren't visible to the public are all sided on the inside courtyards, and the back of the building is primarily sided, but it basically is the service area. It faces the drain and the pond area, so nobody should ever be back there except for staff. So
Thank you, Jeff.
there's several modifications that staff needs to look at. They still need to provide us a photometric plan for the lighting on the site. There's some final landscape calculations they need to provide for us. And the way they've handled the foundation landscaping on the plan, because the building is so long and, it has areas all along the driveway and parking lot for foundation landscaping, and since a lot of the units are internal to the building, they've opted to use the commercial standard for foundation landscaping rather than the per unit a factor for landscaping. If they had to have 2 trees for every unit, they'd have to have 128 trees around the foundation of the building. There's just no possible way to put 128 trees around the foundation of the building. So they need to add a modification into the plan development agreement. So your motion needs to include that modification as part of the PDD. And then we can take care of the site plan calculations once that's done. But other than that, they've provided a looped water system, so there's 2 points of connection to the water system under Ford Road to provide for redundancy and pressure for public safety standpoint. And other than that, they've pretty much completed the engineering, and so they're ready to move forward with this fairly quickly once the board grants final approval of the plan development and site plan. So staff thinks it's a good project. They've met all the requirements from the preliminary plan in front of you tonight, and we would recommend approval of the plan development and site plan as noted.
Okay, thank you, Jeff. Is there a project sponsor here? Or someone from the project? Would you care to come up and add anything to the project?
It's kind of hard to tell with this and the other drawings, but our buildings are very, very premier.
Excuse me, just a moment. Who are you?
Oh, I'm sorry. My name is Sam Martin. I'm one of the owners of Hampton Manor. And the previous projects we've done in the past, we always kind of exceed everybody's expectations of kind of how we set up the exterior of the buildings, the landscaping. So everything will be very premiered. It's kind of hard telling with these drawings, but once they get done, things get absolutely beautiful. So.
Hey, it looks like a nice building from the drawings. Okay, if, this is a public hearing officially, so that's one of the things we do, is open the public hearing.
To open the public hearing.
Support.
All right, we've got a motion by Commissioner Zuber to open the public hearing and support by Commissioner Perkins. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, we'll go to the audience. Is there anyone that would like to comment on the project one way or the other? 10, 9,
Close
8.
the public hearing.
Support.
All right. We have a motion to close the public hearing by Commissioner Zuber and support by Commissioner Perkins. All in favor, say aye. Aye. Any opposed? All right. So we're going to go to the commission, and we'll start down at this end. Commissioner Ocon. I'm good, thank you. All right. Moving forward, Commissioner Bennett.
No questions.
I also have no questions.
Questions?
Commissioner Zuber.
I have a comment. I would like, can you bring the elevations back up? I think that the building looks very nice from the front, but my concern is that we see things in 3 dimensions, and I think it would be nice if we could add a couple of dormers to the side elevations that you'll see from the road, like the shed dormer that's on the front at the top. Would that be possible?
Other than
Yeah,
See how you have
kind of between
in
those.
between the peaks?
Yes. Yeah, just like the shed dormer on the front.
I'm not an architect, so I don't know. I mean, I can definitely,
A lot of roof line
It
without
would-
it. It kind of breaks it up if you put
yeah.
something up there.
That's kind of why we had those dormers there, but, or the gables,
Well,
yeah.
they face wooded wetland areas, so from Ford Road, you're probably not going to see them, because one will face like, you know, the wooded wetland that separates this between Crimboli and them, and then there's a wooded wetland on the other side that's being kind of preserved, so unless we do it up front. and
That's what I'm thinking.
Do
Can we
something
at
with the
least do
porte
one
cochere or
towards the
something,
front?
yeah.
Like, you know, on that, between the first and the second gable on the front. You
So
know,
this would be the front. So you'd want something up, because this is a roof line here. This is a,
yeah,
see, you're talking, I mean, I guess I explained, you want.
So like the west elevation and the east elevation would,
Got the,
Again, these drawings are hard to tell. When they come to life, they're beautiful.
or just so you know, I am an architect, so, so,
Yeah,
yeah, I
don't know
understand
either.
how to read drawings.
But I mean,
Well,
I'm
Don, what
willing
would
to
you like
take
them to-
suggestions. We want it
I mean,
as
they've got
beautiful
this
as
dormer
possible.
here, what would you want them to do with it?
I was thinking of putting a shed dormer about where that arrowhead comes down, like above that second window in. That's what I'm,
Right
just a
in
shed dormer above that window would be,
Put one up in the roof line.
yes,
Right.
like the
Okay.
one on the
You're
front.
just saying there's too much space in between.
There's
too much.
It's
too
too
much
roof dominant.
It's too
Roof
roof dominant.
Roof dominant, right.
That's my opinion.
I agree with
Is
that.
that a major deal?
We're talking, we're not, we're talking fake dormers, so.
Right.
Right, we're not talking about.
I've never seen that or ever had it on any of my other buildings, so I mean, I can't say I wouldn't do it, but I mean, we can definitely throw it at our architect and see if he can throw something on there. So you want a side dormer
Just a dormer like the one on the
on
front.
each side of the building?
On the upper portion of the roof, so basically, you want like a,
Style.
I'm sure when you talk
You
to the
know-
architect, they're gonna know exactly what to do.
you want it like up here, Don, like in between these two windows here.
Yes.
And between this point and this point, put a dormer up in the center point.
No, up above that middle window, like
here?
centered
Yeah,
between.
like right in there.
Right there.
Yeah, just, yeah, I mean,
That's a roof line that comes out, and this roof line here.
Well, right here there is, but not up here, Sam, up here. She's saying up here.
that,
Yeah.
that dashed line should be
Not
the
right
roof-
above the window, up here, yeah. Yeah.
That dashed line should be the roof beyond. That's not on this elevation.
Right.
So,
That's on the, that's an internal, because there's, yeah, that's an
You're looking at
internal.
a.
That's not the
profile
exterior
that
roof line,
You actually
Sam.
wouldn't see from the side.
That line is the roof line beyond, so.
yeah,
Jeff, is that something that you could work on with their architect?
yeah,
Yeah.
you understand what I'm saying. I
Because
just
I'm
wanna
sure,
see
I'm sure when he
something.
presents it to the architect, they're gonna know exactly what we're talking about.
Okay.
So I think what you're saying is this entire roof line, there's a lot of roof line between here and here, and you just
Yes.
want that broken up midpoint
Right.
on the front face. That
Right.
line that you're
Just on
showing,
the
Sam, is
front
not,
Part of the side.
that's not the external roof line, that's an internal roof line on the other side. That goes down where the courtyards are.
Jeff, could you put the north elevation, or the entrance elevation up, just to help illustrate?
This is
No, no,
not, yes,
looking
even
at
on
it
this
from the
side,
front.
this is the other side, this
Yeah.
is an internal roof line too.
Same thing.
Yeah, that's the back of the.
You just need something between here and here
If-
that breaks that
If,
roof up.
maybe he'd understand, if you look at the front, as you look at that from Ford Road, you have a lot less roof line there, but you've got those dormers up there. We're talking about, breaking up a much more expansive roof.
I'll work with them on it, so.
Yeah, okay, so see,
Want something
see,
like this,
no, not that. That's not what you were
But
referring
something
to,
like
right? You're
this.
talking about
Something
the
like
ones on the side.
right.
Yes,
You guys, it's not
like
that
that.
big of a deal.
Right,
you want the shed dormer, not the gable dormer.
that's correct.
Okay, all right.
I like those shed dormers.
You know, there's really a lot of trees along that west property line.
There is nothing invisible in Canton any longer.
A lot of trees there that we're leaving.
I know, but this is the front portion of the building,
Trees
This
lose
is the
leaves.
north part of the building, so.
Wonder how much
I
of it
think
you
the
can
parking lot,
see.
you'd be able to see it. Pull up like a bird's eye view again. Can you do that? I think I know, when you're coming in, you probably could see
Yeah,
it.
You're
yeah,
gonna
when
see
you're
it. You're
driving
gonna
through
see
the
it.
parking lot even, yeah,
Yeah, you're going to see this building. It'd be right here.
yeah.
It's on the parking lot side of the building.
I
I
got you.
think it's a
Yep.
small amount of extra cash for something
Yeah.
that's gonna make your building
I totally
nicer,
get it.
so-
Yep.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, no problem. I just couldn't picture exactly,
Right.
so, but no, I got you. It's
Okay.
that shed dormer, so in the way the parking lot comes in, it totally makes sense.
Okay.
Yeah,
And I'm
absolutely.
hoping both sides, but just, just on the front part.
I think to make,
I think
even it
both
out, they
sides.
might do one on each side.
Yeah.
I don't know, but I don't see it being a
I
problem.
think it should be on
Thank
both
you.
sides.
There's parking on both sides, so, one
No, I
on the
mean,
east and one on the
Both
west.
the
yeah.
east and the west, and I think you were just saying the front and the back of the
Well,
building.
no, he's saying now he would do both east and west.
No, I'm
Okay.
thinking if you're gonna do one, you might as well do two,
It's a
right?
symmetrical building, yeah,
Yeah.
keep it symmetrical.
Okay.
so.
Anything else,
you.
Commissioner Zuber?
No, that was it.
Commissioner
I think it's
Engel?
a very nice building.
Commissioner Charya?
No question.
Okay. My concerns were with her, and the building looks nice. I think it's going to be a great addition, and definitely the use is going to be great for Canton, so.
Thank you.
So with that said, now we go into, do we need to discuss anything then about the site plan, or?
Well, that was.
That was it,
That was a
right.
site plan issue.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think anybody has it. We already went through the, basically, site plan the
No.
last time, right?
So the only thing you need to include in your motion on the site plan and the PDD is the landscape modification in terms of which standard we're going to use for foundation landscaping, and then the other
The
issues are staff issues that we'll resolve before it goes to the board, so.
All right, somebody would like to word that?
I just wanted to
Oh, sure.
verify, so the motion will include wording about the dormers, correct? Okay.
I thought you wanted that to be a staff.
Well, you need to, if it's going to be a
Oh.
condition of planning commission approval, you need to add it in there so that we can evaluate it, so.
Okay.
Make sure it's there before it goes to the board.
All right, so I'll attempt to make a motion then.
Go ahead, fire away.
Okay. I move to recommend final approval of the planned development and site plan on parcels as noted in the documents for Hampton Manor of Canton Assisted Living, subject to completion of minor revisions to the landscape plan and additional dormers as discussed,
Provision of a photometric plan
provision of a photometric plan,
and including the modification to the landscape standards to use section 5.03A4.
what Jeff just said,
Oh,
prior to, anything else?
right, that's it.
Prior
It's
to
like-
review by the
It's almost like he's a
township.
reverend and you're getting married.
I know, I do.
Subject
I was
to,
thinking the
and
same
subject to.
I support.
Sorry. Okay, thank
Sorry.
you.
For moving it along.
Okay,
All right, we have a motion on the floor by Commissioner Zuber and support by Commissioner Bennett.
you
I
you
think,
didn't
right?
give Jeff credit for part of that motion.
And we have, yes, and a, what would you call that, an assist from our community planner?
The group effort, so.
Thank you.
Any further discussion on the motion? All right, Commissioner Zuber, would you call the vote, please?
Absolutely. Commissioner Okan?
Yes.
Commissioner Bennett? Yes. Commissioner Eggenberger?
Yes.
Commissioner Perkins?
Yes.
Commissioner Acharya?
Yes.
Commissioner Engel?
Yes.
Commissioner Zuber, yes, and Chairman Green.
That's a yes. So their next step then with the modifications and all that would be to go to the
To the
trustees?
township board when they're ready, when they get all the revisions back, so.
Okay, all right. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Okay, good luck to you. All right. All right, we have new business staff referral. Tim Horton's exterior modification, property located on southwest corner of Michigan Avenue in Belleville. Do I hear a motion to send that to staff?
So moved.
Support.
We have a motion for staff referral from Tim Hortons from Commissioner Zuber and support by Commissioner Perkins. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, anything else to discuss?
That's it. The site plan tonight would have been on next month, so we don't have anything scheduled so far for next month. So we'll let you know if anything comes in and is ready to come in. On the 10th. Yeah, yep.
That's the election.
because of the election. So, yeah, so.
Do I hear a motion to adjourn? All right, so motions to adjourn. All in favor, say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Okay, we are adjourned.
What would you?